But then again, I'll tell you a story, actually. I played in World Championships many years ago, and I played with a young girl. And I would shout, you or me, when the shuttle came over. And she said, can you stop doing that? You're putting me off.
Okay.
I swear on my life. And that was where our partnership ended.
That was it. That was
it.
That was the final.
Yeah. She said, can you do it after or before? Not really.
No, not really. That's not how it works.
I can't shout early because I don't know where it's going, and I can't shout later because it'd be too late.
Yeah.
So yeah, that partnership didn't last.
No.
You're putting me off. Yeah.
Simple communication. Who would have thought it would be?
Yeah.
It would be such a scary concept.
Yours and mine. That's all I used to say.
And we talked about communication yesterday in doubles, and it is so important, especially if you're playing with someone that, and back 5-10 years ago when there wasn't a lot of partnerships made up of the same country, you had to have communication because, you could be turning up to a tournament the day the tournament starts,
of course,
picking your partner the day before, right?
It used to happen like that, yeah.
It would be like
people put partner wanted, so it was a bit of a lottery. You didn't know who you was going to get. So, but I had a Swiss partner for a fair few years, and we was very successful. But it's just simple. It's just you haven't got to say a lot. It's just be very vocal. If you want the shuttle, you take it. If you don't, you don't.
I remember those days coaching with the cattle call that was turning up to the managers meeting, and I've got a wheelchair one, I need a wheelchair two, do you have a wheelchair two, do you have a wheelchair one, can we play together? And it was just manic. Fortunately, the sport has grown so much that you don't see so much of that anymore. Maybe in the level 3, level 2 tournaments, but at this level it's rare to see too many players that don't play with someone from their own country.
It was comical when I think back to it.
Yeah.
It really is. But that was in the very early days, and
the sport's still finding its place and its professionalism, and now it's
evolved so much now. It's the professionalism now is fantastic to see, and as we see with the standard, that's why. Just sure.
7-4 in the first game here to Lee Yong-tong and Yin Meng Lu. That was wide.
That was a great clear right into the deep forehand of Fan. She couldn't get behind the shuttle enough there to get anything good enough to get that over.
Good cover by Liu there. Bit of a clash of rackets initially, but she's recovered back and taken that middle shot and just played quality like we've seen her do several times. Great return of serve from Lee. Cross-court block right in front of Yin. She's just so chill and casual. All three of those shots, easy, not a problem. I'm going to put no effort in, and I'm going to produce quality.
I'm going to sit in the middle. I'm going to hit it. You're going to hit it back to me, and then I'm going to finish it. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long way wide.
Again, hitting that deep forehand corner. As I said, a tricky shot too.
It's hard to get behind the shuttle. So much easier to take it round the head. It's an effective shot, that is, deep in the forehand.
So 11-5 in the first game to the expected pair here.
The Chinese pair.
Yeah, the Chinese pair. Not too much to say. I think Fan is getting a lot of pressure on her and the shuttle. Both Lin and Yin playing the shuttle up the middle of the court, trying to open up some spaces. But Lu is she's just quality. She's dictating the game, and when she's not on the shuttle, her partner and Yin is she's just a quality wheelchair one as well.
Absolutely, she can hold her own massively. She can quite easily win rallies on her own.
Yeah, well played by Fan and Lee. Fan getting out of a little bit of trouble on her deep forehand, but Lee able to come in and finish off the rally.
Just waited for the, she just let the shuttle drop a little bit there. Need to take it a little bit higher. Wow. Lu Yongtong's come right across in front of Yin there. It's gone straight over her head and she just let Yin take it. He's so out of position. Oh. She thought she was going to have her there. She saw Lu Yongtong come across and she thought, oh, I'll take it the other direction. But she's so quick in the chair, she was able to adjust it and just punch it up the line for a winner.
Oh, she's gone for it again.
Yeah, don't worry, I can get over and cover.
Yeah, just...
And sure. Wow.
I think she could just say to Yin, you stay here in this front corner.
Yeah.
I've got the other three, don't worry. And then when it comes to you in the front, just move back and I'll come round and take it. Full court singles.
I can remember when Ilka used to play with a Turkish young girl. He used to say, right, if you stand right at the net on the right-hand side, I'll cover the rest. And she used to stand literally a foot from the net, and she didn't move.
Yeah.
And he would just cover everything. She had one job, to just push it down from the net if it came to her, and that was it, and not move.
Short return of serve from Yin there from Lee, but fairly there's only 5 points difference, but I think the partnership of Liu and Yin are fairly confident that they can let a few of these mistakes slide in. Very high serve.
The thing is that they make mistakes. Don't let it get to them. They don't think about it. They just, well, especially Liu, she just kind of laughs.
Yeah.
And just thinks, oh, okay.
It's just, I mean, incredible.
Oh, that was out. That's a great drop.
Shot.
That one's
That's out as
even
well.
further out.
What you don't see from Liu and Yin, because of how fast Liu is in the chair, is, and we saw it yesterday with Satomi and Yamazaki, when Liu moves so far into Yin's side, Yamazaki and Satomi would have switched.
Yeah.
But Liu doesn't need to.
No.
She can go and hit so far in that round the head corner and still cover that forehand cross.
Yeah.
So they don't need to switch. that's just poor communication again. Very much on fan side, and
She should take that all day long.
she's maybe expecting Lee to cover like Liu.
I've thought of a way of how you can beat Lou. Sabotage the chair. Other than that, I'm lost.
Yep.
Wait for her to get out of her chair and just let it go missing. Oh, there you go. There's the
It's a
cross.
switch.
Oh.
Again, being 7 points ahead, and Yin came in for that lift, just really casual. She wasn't too fussed about the next shot. She knew her partner was covered, but just a mistake. Still very much in control of this game. Nice return.
It's got a training game feel to it, isn't it? I think.
So game points, 7 game points for Liu and Yin.
There's all that space over on the left-hand side, and they won't dare come across and just because they're so worried and concerned about what Lou can do. Oh, that's it.
Game 21-14 in the first game to Liu Yongtong and Yin Menglu, and very much like you say, this dominant Chinese pair, it feels a bit like a training game for them.
Yeah.
They don't need to put in. If they went full pelt, this game would easily be single figures. I think
so. Yeah.
And with both players, or at least Liu Yongtong with a mixed doubles still to play.
But she doesn't look tired in any way, shape or form. She doesn't look out of breath. Well, I think she'd be more than comfortable going into the third match.
Just trying to find Liu Yongtong's age over the first game there, and couldn't find it on her profile, but she's still so very young, such a young player, maybe early 20s.
Yes.
If that. I remember seeing her first time at the 2017 World Championships, and she was very young then.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling she was about 15, 16.
Yeah, so early 20s, and this will probably be an expected treble World Championship titles, and for the next... how long do we think she will be coming out and taking World Championships? Well,
unless we see someone new in the next few years, quite a while. For a girl as young as she is and as good as she is, she can dominate for a long, long time. Yeah. She really can. She just makes everything look so easy, so easy. The movement in the chair is phenomenal. When she plays, she doesn't look like she puts that much stress on her body. No. I know she's very young.
Quality. Just quality.
Do you reckon the rest of the team, like the females, have a little party when she phones in sick from work every now and then?
Yeah.
Oh, we can have a proper game now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to be fair, you could probably put with most WH1 players and she'd still win.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky.
Wade. It's nice. A bit better from Lee there, though, coming across and taking the pressure off of Fan, and there was a few points in that first game where the shuttle came up the middle and both players were just confused as to who was going for it. So it's good to see that Lee is taking a bit more initiative in going for those shots up the middle.
Oh, good switch. Well done.
It's tricky for Fan. Our options there were to play straight onto the stronger player, Liu, or that cross drop. She didn't have enough power to get a cross clear in behind Yin, so she didn't have too many options in that.
And ended up opening herself wide open.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a proper switch. Oh, that was so unlucky. Just the opposite side, wrong side of the line.
Oh, I thought that was wide.
Yeah, so did I. Oh, just short. She's a bit slow in her chair there, I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of falling asleep a little bit.
A little bit hesitant, I thought.
I mean, she read it perfectly. She moved before the shot was even hit and just slowed down that last minute. Oh,
nice looping little drop there.
And absolutely nothing to that racket there. She hardly touched it. She grazed the shuttle.
Yeah. I do feel like, as I hear the rackets of the Chinese, I do feel, I could be wrong, but their tension's much tighter than a lot of the other players, other countries, especially for females and males.
And yeah, the tighter the strings, the more quality shots that are you've got more room for error, there's more chance of breaking strings if you hit the shuttle. But when you hit it in the perfect spot, you don't need to put much onto it because of how tight the strings are.
Especially when you're coming in soft at the net. You just put your racket there and it just bounces off. And that's you don't see, and I think that's why you don't see him make that many mistakes at the net. Every now and then you will, of course, but they come to the front of the net, and because you have to push it, they tighten those strings a little bit, and it does it for you. It makes their life easier, I think.
And most professional athletes, both able-bodied and para-badminton, most rackets would be strung, your kind of basic rackets that you can buy in a shop to play with your friend. It would be about, 12 to 15 pounds of tension.
Yeah.
Whereas these players will be stringing it at least 28 to 30, whatever the racket can take, really.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I can guarantee, I bet Q's Jamals and Mai's and that, I bet they are low 30s.
Yeah.
30, definitely.
It's 11-4 in this second game to Yu Tong and Yin Meng Lu. 4-all in that second game, and a couple of kind of lazy points, I think, from the more dominant pair, but they've kind of upped the level slightly just to they don't want to be on court longer than they need to be, I would say, but without exerting too much energy. But yeah, neither pairs with a coach on court. Obviously, with China v China, there's they all have the similar coaches, same people that work with them. So for these types of games, there wouldn't be a coach on court. Great shot by Yin. Again, just hitting the tram lines in front of Fan.
She's been caught out. Wow.
Yeah.
was a little bit of a poor return from Liu Yongtong there. And she capitalised really well and put that straight back into the trams. Oh, a little bit long.
This is a better rally.
Yep.
From Fan, trying to work the shuttle a bit more, especially onto Yin, and giving us that kind of more typical women's doubles where the wheelchair ones tend to battle it out a little bit more. But that shuttle's just clipped the line. Good work from Fan there though in that rally. Whoa. She's almost taken that from the ground.
She's done it again. Pushed it down there, the tram lines. Great shot. That's the difference between the WH2 and WH1. She was less than horizontal there. She was so far bent back and still able to take the shuttle. Great pickup.
Yin moving very much out the way to give you some space.
Wow.
Just short.
Just short.
Unlucky there from Li Hongyang. Would have been a good shot to put Yin and Liu under a bit of pressure.
Yin was out off the court at one stage just to get out of the way of her partner. Oh dear. You're not going to get too many of those opportunities.
No. Oh, a bit of an indecision from Yin there. Not too quick to move to the shuttle, and when she got there, wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do with it.
Bit short.
A good cross drop from Yin to take an 8-point lead.
What a nice feeling that must be when you've got your own team and you go to the World Championships and you all medal.
Yeah.
All in the same category.
Yeah.
You all go home together. You've all medalled. That must be a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
Like every one of your team in wheelchairs medaling.
Yeah, definitely.
That must be, wow.
The noise of the medals and around the necks and the way to the airport.
Just the fact that sometimes when I've been to competitions before and you medal and like one of your teammates hasn't, you feel a bit bad for them and vice versa. But when you go to a competition and everybody medals, that must be a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, and similarly in the SH6 category, China again dominating men's singles final, women's singles final, mixed doubles final as well. So another classification where China has come in and started to dominate really, and that is a class that is so wide in variation, similar to all classes really, but it's for China to come in and there's some quality SH6 players.
I feel sorry for the one or two Chinese players that don't medal.
Yeah.
They must feel such a letdown.
yeah, for sure. And that's game 21-10 to Liu Tong and Yin Meng Lu in this women's doubles wheelchair 1, wheelchair 2. Very much expected with the quality of this partnership. Both of them now double World Championship gold medalists.
Not a great deal of celebration there.
No, I think all four players going into this court were expecting a similar result, and Lee and Fan had their moments of good play and working the shuttle round, but there wasn't too much to that game really. It was very much one-sided dominance.
14-10, yeah.
And only 25 minutes finished. And sticking with the doubles theme, we have next up on wheelchair court 1, men's doubles wheelchair 1 and 2 final between Mai Zhangpeng from China and Qiu Zimo from China, who's just not that long ago come off of a tough three-setter in the men's wheelchair 1 final. And their opponents from Malaysia, Nur Azwan Nurlan and Mohammed Ikhwan Ramli, who has been very impressive this weekend. So we'll be back in just a moment with that men's doubles wheelchair 1, wheelchair 2 final here at the Badminton World Championships. And we are back with the men's doubles wheelchair 1, wheelchair 2 final at the World Championships in Pattaya, Thailand, the World Para-Badminton Championships. In this match we have from China, Mai Jingpeng and Qiu Mo against Nur Azwan Nurlan and Mohammed Ikhwan Ramli from Malaysia. These pair have met twice in the last few years, first time in Hangzhou at the 2022 Asian Para Games, with the Chinese pair coming out on top 21-7, 21-17. And then again at the Daihatsu Japan Para Badminton International last year, with the Chinese pair beating the Malaysians in the group stage 21-10, 21-8. It's going to be a big ask for the Malaysians, who are trying to dethrone who are probably the best pair in the world at the moment. And Qiu Mo, coming off of an amazing three-setter with Choi Jung-man around 35 minutes ago, is potentially going to be a little bit tired in this game, but he's such a conditioned, fit and excellent athlete that I don't think that three-setter will faze him. He's got one gold medal. He's trying to make it two in this men's doubles. Malaysian pair coming out on top in their group, and the group stages of this tournament with two tough matches. The 5th, 6th seeds having to come through a couple of challenging matches before getting to this stage in the final. We saw them yesterday play in the semi-final against Jacqueline Humal and Dumoulin Jungthong. They won 21-19, 21-17, but that was a quality game from both the Malaysians and the Thai pair, with the Malaysians just coming out on top. And we've talked a little bit this weekend, Martin, about the quality of Ramli and the promising wheelchair 1 athlete that he is.
Yeah, he's been very good this week. Both of them, I thought the Malaysians have tactically been, both their quarterfinals and semi-finals, I thought their tactics were absolutely spot on. It's going to be interesting to see what their tactics are when they against this Chinese pair. Who they're going to pick on, where they're going to get their points from, because it's going to be tough, because these are the Chinese are a really dynamic pair, very quick, and they G each other up a little bit, and they can really turn the pace of the game up very quickly. And Norland's got to be really quick in his chair, got to be alert at all times, and the shuttle's going to come back to him very quickly. And sometimes very softly.
Yep, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the Malaysians' tactics are in this game. Perhaps they could pick on Qiu Mo, knowing that he's played. He's just come off a free setter.
Yep. 3
games. So it'd be interesting.
Qiu Mo, as you said, not too long, finished winning the gold medal in the men's wheelchair 1 singles, and Choi Jung-man put him through his paces in that match, but he doesn't look particularly tired here. He looks very calm. He looks very, he's had around 35 to 40 minutes rest. Yeah. But will that play, do you think, a little bit as the game goes on, as the game progresses? Do you think he'll be a little bit fatigued?
Only time will tell. He doesn't look it at the moment. See the way Mai just held his racket there, and that shot just bounced straight onto that line. Yeah, good pressure from Qiu Mo. And Mai, he doesn't look as quick as others in his chair, but he is. He's quick. He's very efficient. He doesn't get behind the shuttle as much as other players. He leans back, but he still has immense power to get himself out of trouble.
It's a mistake out the back from Kusumo, gives the Malaysian pair their first point of the game, and a mistake into the net gives them their second. 2-4 in this first game.
Oh.
Yeah, mistake on serve, and we've seen quite a few mistakes on serve this weekend, and it's something for me. Service is the one thing that you can truly control in the game, and you shouldn't be making errors on serve.
No, not at all. That's long. Just serve it into the body. You see a lot of the Koreans, they just serve a simple underarm into the body, let the opponent lift the shuttle up, and let the rally begin.
Yeah, and if you have a really good serve that works effectively to the one spot every time,
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I used to practice with my eyes closed, put it into a box for years.
How many successfully went into the box?
Well, quite a few, because it's just muscle repetition after a while. It's just muscle repetition. The box was 5 foot wide, look.
the box was the whole court, the whole badminton court.
That is the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all it's got to go in.
That's all it's going to go in. As long as it's over the line, doesn't matter where it goes.
Past the tee, it's good enough. But it's just muscle repetition, isn't it? It's just... Because when I first started playing, I used to play men's doubles and mixed, and you could earn so many points, especially if you was playing against the WH1.
Yeah.
You could put it slow and flat and really cause problems.
Yeah, good rally here from the Malaysians.
Wow.
Lovely shot from Nurlan.
Yeah, a bit flat from Mai there.
Yeah, straight onto his racket.
Yeah.
And he had time to do whatever he wanted, and he played the right shot into the tram lines.
Yeah. Loops it so it comes down onto the line. Great technique, great shot.
That's wide. A good pick up.
Yeah, well done. Oh. Mai was actually my last competitive game.
Last ever?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he beat me 21-18, 21-17 in the Paralympics. Yeah. I won't hold a grudge.
No, nope. But you would like the Malaysians to win this game?
All day long.
10-4 in the first game. Kusumo serving to take them to the break.
Nothing to do with being bitter.
Great shot from Ramley.
I just like to see a change.
Yeah. Great shot from Ramley there to give them 5 points, taking them halfway to the current score of the Chinese pair.
In the past, a lot of the men's doubles was taken between the Koreans. There used to be 2 Korean pairs in the finals for a long time, and the games were unbelievable because they had played against each other all the time. They just knew what the players would do, and the games were just fantastic.
Good pick up there
Good
from
movement
Ramley.
from the Malaysians. Ramley gets back quick.
Yeah, good rally. And it's short, but a good rally there for the Malaysians. A quick switch. Ramley picking up a couple of tricky shots from the front. And the Chinese have taken it 11-5 in this first game.
It's a little bit slower than I anticipated, to be honest. I thought it'd be a bit quicker, but the Malaysians aren't able not to put enough pressure on the Chinese at the moment. They're trying, but the Chinese are making light work of it. They're getting it back quite comfortably.
Yeah, and this Chinese pair haven't really been challenged too much in this competition so far. Their biggest challenge came in the form of Jung Ji Gun and Yu Su Young, 21-10, 23-21 in the quarterfinals. But since then, not too much of a challenge, whereas the Malaysian pair have had a couple of tricky matches, beating the Chinese teammates in 3 sets in the quarterfinal. So if not, the Malaysian pair have had maybe a trickier run here, but deserve to be in this final.
Oh, definitely. I watched their quarterfinals, semi-finals. They more than deserve being in this final. Played really well.
Nurlan trying to hit the smash and attack, but straight onto the racket of Kuzumo, who can do whatever he wants with that shuttle.
The number one Japanese pair, aren't here. Murayama from Japan. He's a WH2. Normally plays with Daiki Kajiwara.
Yep.
But obviously Murayama's. I've got a funny feeling he's been injured for a little while. And he's not played. It'd be nice to see him back. Perhaps he's kind of, I'm not sure if he's qualified for the Paralympics in Paris. It's possible, because they've had some great results.
Great pick up from Ramlee just a second ago.
So.
A little bit of indecision up the middle there. Yeah. Ramlee looking at Nurlan, and Nurlan not sure if he should go for it and taking it just a little bit too late.
Good pickup.
Wow.
Powerful, though, mate. Takes it from so deep behind him. And still gets that the ability to get the shuttle deep in the trams. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far that time.
You mentioned a second ago Daiki Kajiwara, who will be featuring in the next game here in the wheelchair 2 men's singles, and if his partner was fit, would you expect them to be kind of at least in semi-finals or in this final here at the World Championships?
Yes, definitely a semi-final. I would, because they've had some great results. They play really well together, but there's some good pairings.
Good shot. Mai's nearly out of his chair, having to reach for that shot, and Ramlee's just hit it short.
Yeah. It's tough because you can't put it in your foot within the line. It's got to be so tight to the line, because otherwise the Chinese are going to pick it up.
Good switch.
I'm not sure who called the switch, or it was just a natural switch.
It looked natural. I think Kuzumo was in a deeper position after that punch clear from Nurlan, and Mai just saw the shot coming and came across.
Mai come across. I didn't hear him say anything. If I used to play, I always, even now, I still call switch. Or if I can make it back and somebody's at the front, I just say hold your position and I go straight back. But I didn't even see Mai, and I'm not sure Kuzumo said anything at all. Just natural. Wow.
Just out the side.
Line judge here has called it in.
And the umpire must have overruled.
Yeah. It's very close.
Of course, we were talking about line judges earlier, and the umpire does have the power to overrule. Yeah. The players, can argue as much as they want if they feel a line call has been misjudged, but it ultimately comes up to the umpire whether they take the line judge's call or overrule. And 98% of the time, 99% of the time, the umpire will go with what the line judge says is their.
Absolutely.
That's their job, is to to call the lines as accurately as possible. Great play by the Malaysians.
Yeah,
there.
Poor decision from Kuzamal there. Made it really easy. Ramlee was sitting there waiting.
Big smash. Again, we've seen Kuzumo do that so many times. You give him anything flat, especially on that round the head corner. The smash, that angled smash is coming, that quick racket movement.
You're asking for trouble.
It's such a good shot, but not a good idea on serve.
It's either got to go a lot higher and a lot deeper, or just put it into his knee.
Yeah.
And let him lift it up.
Good shot again from Kuzumo.
Yeah, Ramlee should have been able to have picked that up. He wasn't too far away from the line.
And it's 20 game point 10 to the Chinese pair. A flat clear up the middle. Bit of indecision again from Ramlee, and Nurlan gives the Chinese pair that first game 21-10. And having just come off not so long ago a 3-set singles, Kuzumo does not look any different.
No,
he doesn't look tired, doesn't look phased. Very happy with the way both him and his partner are playing this game so far.
Yeah, they look very comfortable. I don't, which is quite disappointing. I don't see a lot of fight in the Malaysians. I would want to be a bit more vocal and kind of G my partner up and G myself up and try and get a bit of crowd involved. It just seems a little bit too flat for me from the Malaysians. I'd like to see a bit more fight from them and kind of G themselves up. And at the moment, they seem to just be resigned to the fact, oh, we've got a silver medal, that's it. You're there. You might not be there again, ever.
Yeah, exactly.
So give it everything.
I feel there's been a few points where there's been a bit of hesitation from both of them to either go for that special shot, that's something different, and even just the clears up the middle. They're getting caught late on a lot of those because they're so hesitant to make a decision as to who's getting them. And Ramlee being a very strong, where the men's differ from the women's is the wheelchair ones are very capable of holding their own against the wheelchair twos and a doubles court, and they need to make that decision who's taking that shot up the middle, and the person needs to go for it and they need to call for it and hit more quality shots from there. They're just too hesitant for me.
Be positive, be confident. That's all it is. And they're great players. Of course, they should have their confidence. I know they're playing against a tough Chinese player, but you've got to have your confidence. You've got to have that belief. Hit the shots that you want to. Don't hold back. Never a time to hold back.
Yeah, just short from Mai in front of Ramlee there, giving the Malaysians the first point of this game. Yeah, good length.
Yeah, good length.
Mai thinking it might have just creeped out.
It's very quiet in here. I think they're all waiting for Bethel v Bagat.
Yeah, now that especially in the wheelchair games, with it being a little bit more kind of one-sided, and now that Sudirman Pukam is out, the home crowd of the Thai pairs are not quite so interested in the wheelchair games, and having the men's doubles SL3, SL4 featuring a Thai pair, all of the vocal crowd are at the other side of the hall.
Hopefully there'll be a bit more of the gathering with the next game with the Korean v the Japanese.
Yeah.
That'll be a fast game. Have you seen these two play each other?
Not before, not live, so I'm very much looking forward to that game.
Great defence from Norland. Wow.
Yeah, good change up there from. He just came in and just a quick turn of the wrist on that shot and caught Kuzumo off and
sleeping there, Kuzumo.
And they've got a 4-point lead in the second game. Oh, what a touch!
Yeah.
Again, just another example of not moving the racket too much and just using that soft hand to play an excellent push.
Just guides it onto the line. Ramley sat there, watched that all the way. He was almost level with the shuttle.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to see a bit more fight from them. I agree. They don't seem too animated, or, even leaving shots that are close. You're in the, you want to be getting into rallies with these guys. And,
absolutely.
If you're a bit hesitant, you think it's in or out, just hit it. Especially on the long.
Just seem resigned to, okay, yeah, we're going to have a couple of rallies, and in a little while the Chinese will win, and then we go off and we collect a medal later. It just seemed resigned to the fact that I'd like to see a bit more fight. They're still in this game, but
yeah, still leading by 2 points, but it's not. See, that's that shot up the middle. They've both went for it, opened themselves wide in the middle. One of them just needs to shout to go for it, or they need to make a decision.
An early shout is simple. I'm not sure why they're.
I don't hear the men's doubles pairs being vocal. The women's, they're always yours, mine,
yes,
or whatever code they have for calling. But you don't really see it in the men's game. I think the Malaysians definitely could do with a bit more communication.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we're giving them a little bit of stick in this second game, but they are up by 2 points currently. By 1 point now.
Yeah.
Get the possession of Kuzumo there. Mai played that flat punch into the middle, and Nurlan's so far behind it. Kuzumo knows that he's not going to get too much power. He sits right on the front line, ready to just take the soft shot, and knowing if the shuttle comes high, he's got the speed to get behind it.
Absolutely, yeah. Great touch from Mai.
Great touch, and a good shot from Nurlan there, like a nice drop shot into the tram lines. Earlier on in the competition, that would have probably been a winner or got garnered a weak reply, but Mai's just quick and has got a nice touch at the front.
Knew that was coming. Got some power as well, Mai. Does love a smash. Straight into the body of Ramley, or into the face, I would say.
Malaysians just not getting the depth that they need.
No.
Yeah, good shot. Massive gap there at the front.
Yep.
And again, it's that shot up the middle that the Chinese pair and Ramley's going for it 8 out of 10 times, and it might. I don't know if it's better to either leaving his forehand side at the front open. It might be better for Nurlan to take a couple of those shots up the middle.
Wow.
Just such a nice touch.
That was I think I was almost bang on both lines.
It's 11-8 in the second game to Kuzumo and Mai Zhangpeng from China. the Malaysians have been a little bit more in it this second game, but I think that's the Chinese pair are just the foot's off the gas a little bit, and you know, making a few kind of errors and not, but
just relaxing a little bit. You can see their focus is off a little bit. I saw them against the Koreans, and the game was faster, and it was a much better game to watch. It was faster than this, more competitive. I'm not so sure why this seems to be as slow. But even now, that there's not a lot of talk between the Malaysians. Come on, let's go for this. Come on, let's fight back. But we're all different, I suppose.
Yeah, of course.
We're all very different.
Face doesn't always show exactly how you're feeling.
No.
If you're particularly good at keeping quite a stoic face. Just missed the line on that one, and a good shot, but had kept him wide open at the front if it'd come off. And
of course, yeah.
Mai and Kyu are more than capable of turning the shuttle in on that one. Oh, good shot.
Great shot. Got himself out of trouble there. He took that quite late behind him.
And there's a little bit of creativity there, right? Because he could easily just have taken it a bit late and whacked it and got it to the back of the court over Kuzumo. But he thought, you know what, I'm going to go for something a little bit different, a little bit special.
That's it. You've got to be brave. This is a world final. You've got to be brave. Not that brave.
No. Just having a look at Mai's chair here, and we spoke about this, I think, on Friday, and the one we talked about the casters and the benefits to having two at the back to balance you out, and as opposed to one in the middle, and Mai reaching out for that forehand on that forehand net shot that in the last rally tipped slightly on his chair. Do you think if he'd a better set up and the two wheels at the back, he might have balanced out a little bit?
Yeah, possibly. It wouldn't affect him if he's going forwards, but definitely when he's going back. When you start leaning out to the side at the back, it lifts the chair has a tendency to lift. But he's got he's got very good posture and strength in his body. But yes, I would definitely think he would have more stability in his chair when he's taking shots around the head and when he's taking it late in the forehand. But
like we said, very personal.
Yeah. But if you look at the majority of wheelchairs, the majority have two at the back.
Again, that hesitation and just lack of communication there.
No need for that.
Ramley's went for it. He's caught out the corner of his eye that Nurlan's also prepared, ready to hit, and they've just hesitated.
How many times have they done that today?
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
So if you do it once or twice, and you say, right, I'm going to call, I'm going to make sure that one of us is going to hit this.
Yeah.
So as soon as that goes up, you shout, you, me, whatever you want to shout, but you just make it clear. They're so quiet. Nobody knows who's good. Well, no one's taking authority.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for that. It's just simple. Just be confident. If you want it, shout. If you don't, shout.
Yeah, too short from Nurlan, and Mai just hitting that smash that we know he's very good at. Getting a good angle across Ramley to take them to 18-11. He's just casual.
So casual.
Look at Kuzumo and his movement.
Good pickup.
Yeah, good clear from Nurlan there. He saw that they were both a little bit out of position, not too sure where the other one was going, and he's hit it back up the middle. Nice flat punch.
That should have been cues there. He was a bit static for me.
I think, like you said at the break, they've lost a little bit of concentration in this game.
Yeah.
And that's where the Malaysians need to be, shouting and giving them, be a bit aggressive and give them a bit of a wake up.
There's no intimidation or anything, is there?
No.
Well, they're great players. They really are. But they just resign to the fact we're going to lose and let's have a bit of a hit.
Giving the Chinese players maybe a bit more respect than...
Far too much. Far too much.
And we're at 2012 in the second game. 8 match points to Mai and Q from China.
Yeah. They haven't won it yet, but congratulations to the Chinese. They are the best men's doubles, and this is a formality. They are going to get that point they need and they deserve.
The confidence and audacity to do that. Oh my goodness, look at this. Just Kuzumo.
There you go.
I mean, it sums up the game a little bit, right? That the leave on that second last shot, the way he came across and hit both shots late, and I feel bad for the Malaysian pair. They didn't bring it today, and I'm sad that they didn't give them more of a challenge and be more aggressive against them and try some things. They just seemed a bit resigned to being silver medalists.
Yeah, absolutely.
But well done to Kuzumo and Mai Zhengpeng. Kuzumo picking up his second gold medal of this World Championships, and like his mixed doubles partner coming up at the end of the day, going for a treble.
Now, the Chinese haven't congratulated each other. They've not given each other a high five. If anything, it looked like Q left Mai hanging, to be fair. There's no celebration or anything between them.
No,
But they deserve it. They're fantastic pairing. They're so dynamic, so good, so strong. I'm a bit disappointed. I would like to have seen more of a fight from Malaysians on that game.
Yeah.
They could have been here for another year. They may not have won, but I just would like to have seen a bit more fight from them. I really would, because they've played some really good games this week, quarterfinals and semi-finals.
Yep.
And that one was a
bit flat.
Yes, to say the least.
But well done to the Chinese pairings, taking home another gold medal, not just for themselves, but for their country, and a silver medal to Nurazwan Nurlan and Mohammed Ikhwan Ramli from Malaysia. Next up, we have, I would say, the game we've been looking forward to probably the most. Daiki Kajiwara from Japan versus Yu Soo-young from Korea.
I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. Two of the up-and-coming stars. Daiki is young and he's up and come. He's here. He's almost a legend already in his own short space of time. And Yu So-young, beating Daniel Chan in the last two events. Beating JJ yesterday. This is going to be fast. This is going to be powerful. It's going to be. I'm so looking forward to this. This is the very top of when it comes to wheelchair badminton. It doesn't come any better than this.
Well, we'll be here to take you through that game in just a moment, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. And we're back with the men's singles wheelchair 2 final against Daiki Kajiwara from Japan and Yu Soo-young from Korea. And as we've just said there, the crowds are gathering for this game. It is going to be good. The Japanese team out here in full to support their teammate. One of the few people in these finals that is not from Team China. And one of the only finals, or the only final, that does not have one of the dominant Chinese wheelchair players. And what a game this is going to be.
Oh, my word, I'm so looking forward to this game. It's the two youngest stars in the game, the two most, dare say, the most talented two in the game. And Daiki's not lost since before Tokyo. World champion, Olympic Paralympic champion, world number one. I think he's 21. Yeah, what a phenomenal player he really is. Used to be a baseball player, pitcher.
Baseball?
Yeah, used to be a pitcher. That's why his arm's so good.
But yet to get the wool over your eyes, sitting at 3-3 in matches versus Daiki Kajiwara.
Very true. I've played him 6 times. It's 3-all. That's why I retired quickly.
Yeah. Before that number became a little bit higher on the side of the Japanese lad.
I only done it for Daiki's own good.
Yeah. Don't want to put him off, scare him too much.
Yeah. Me being just under 30 years older.
Yeah, just under.
Yeah.
But this young Korean star on this side, Yu Soo-young, coming through a 3-set epic against an absolute legend of the game, Kim Jung-jun, or JJ as more commonly known.
Yep.
And also coming through a 3-set against another legend, Dan Chan, or Chan Ho-yen, 13-21, 21-16, 21-10. He's had a tough route to this final, but a deserved final place.
There's when it gets this stage, the quality of the WH2 men now is phenomenal. So as soon as you get out of your group, you know you're going to get a tough game.
Yeah.
And if you get your last 16, your quarterfinal, it goes up tenfold. The top 8 players in the world, WH2, are absolute quality, and you've got to beat them to get here. And these two deserve it. And it's going to be. I hope we get the game I expect.
And Kajiwara at the top end of the draw, and very much the favourite for this title, has taken a bit of an easier run and beaten the only European player to make it to quarterfinals, Rick Hillman of Germany. But he's had a bit of an easier run here. But I think, as you said, Yu Soo-young is taking a couple of scalps this weekend. Maybe he'll take one more.
if you're going to win it and you beat the top four players in the world to win, then you deserve it.
I mean, if you
Now we watched the Chinese girl, how she moves in her chair, and we're all so impressed. Let's just watch these two. They just don't let the shuttle drop that often. They cover the ground so quickly.
Both players, look at the racket preparation on that overhead so early, and neither of them really in a position where they need to lean too far back. Oh.
Yeah.
It's wide.
Good play.
Good pressure by Yusu Young. It's a good rally, very long rally for the third point of the game, and we're going to see a lot of these.
Yeah. Due to their ability to get round the court and cover the court, you've got to really take your time, build up a rally. You're not easily just going to pick off winners here and there because they cover the ground so well, the court so well.
Good turn on that defence.
This is almost getting to the realms of SL3.
Almost, yeah.
The length of rallies.
Yesterday, to SL3 semi-finals going over 1 hour, almost 1 hour, 10, 15 minutes, and I can easily see that going the same way in terms of time.
Yeah.
Both players just looking to break down the consistency of their opponent. Good play.
Great defence. Very relaxed when he Daiki when he gets attacked.
Oh. Good idea. Yusu Young trying to find that open gap in the tram lines, but just not quite executing it the way he would have liked to.
Everything's got to be inch perfect.
Inch perfect.
To win this game.
Just like that, good return.
Yeah, Daiki's chuckled to himself because he's convinced that was short. Judges overruled. Give the point to Daiki. One of the nicest guys. Such a humble young lad.
You can just hear the tires on the floor and how quick they're needing to stop and manipulate. Great punch clear. defence again.
Great
From
defence.
Kajiwara. Takes it so relaxed. He's not phased.
Great
shot from Yu So-young. Breaking down Daiki Kajiwara's. Playing that fast shot, getting him to play defensively and then opening up a bit of space on the tram lines and just knocking the shuttle over the net. It was a beautiful shot.
They have to be so patient and take their opportunity at the right time. Another overhead error, just trying to be so precise. Like you say, you need to be, in this game, they're going to have to be so precise. Every point.
Oh, it's just short.
Yeah. Good idea.
The
Good
deception,
idea.
the hold on that backhand push there. If it's just a little bit further forward, he would have caught Kajiwara out.
And I think that's what's going to be the difference in this game. Is the little errors that pop up from Yu So-young.
Always head out the back. Line judge a little bit hesitant to call that there. But both players and umpire confident that it was out.
I think you'll see less errors from Daiki.
Very used to being in this position, Daiki Kajiwara, in these finals. Like you say, he's not lost a game since before the Paralympics in 2021. 2.5 years without losing a game. I mean, that's wild. But 3 losses to you, Martin.
Yes.
And that, I'm sure, is playing on his mind in this final.
Yeah.
Oh, good pick up. Oh, and he's hit it short. Great pick up from Yu So-young, almost at the floor.
3 straight points from Yu So-young. Yu So-young just able to go a bit flatter. Great. Nice clear from Kajiwara.
Another big rally from both players, trying to find just a little bit of room.
Nice switch from Kajiwara there. Both players so patient. Wow.
Just come off the frame.
So players so patient, and he sticks it into the net, trying to put a little bit too much pressure.
Great rally from both players, though, and like you say, just that patient playing. These rallies are not going to be won in the first 5-6 points.
You might get everyone every now and then, somebody to go for a cheeky smash early, but as a whole, they're going to be lengthy rallies. Try and create some space. Create that opening. And unfortunately, because of well, not unfortunately, but because of their chair speed and their ability, it takes 10, 20 shot rallies to create that space where you need to manoeuvre your opponent around the court.
Nice, a bit long. Again, just tensing up a little bit on that overhead. He's trying to be too precise, and it's two shots off the frame on that round ahead drop shot he's trying to play.
I think he's probably put 4 of those in the net.
Oh, big smash. Oh,
That's a long.
Oh, it's wild.
Oh,
he just saw the temptation of that high shot and just thought, I'm going to hammer this, but just couldn't. It wasn't high enough to get angle on it.
No.
But what an opening half in this first game. Just phenomenal play from both players. The stamina, the strength, the speed in the chair.
The consistency of everything. So there's been a few ones going into the net, but as a whole, that you think how long the rally's actually going for.
Yeah.
The consistency and the qualities are amazing.
In that experience of, like we said, Daiki Kajiwara is no stranger to these finals, and you can see that maybe that experience from his side with Yoo So-young going for a few shots, maybe not in the right position or making a few easy mistakes on that round ahead overhead, and that's that's the only difference, is maybe a little bit of experience in these positions, and Yoo So-young knowing that he has to work really hard and trying to pull something special off.
Yeah, well, he's head to head. He's 12 love down, so he's got to find something special. Daiki's been in this situation. He's for a young lad. He's got a very old brain, sensible head on him.
Good shot, lovely shot.
Yeah, Daiki made that a little bit easy for him there. It was didn't push him back enough, and he took it quite early. Yeah, tried it a bit too early. It was just off balance a little bit there. You notice the players have both similar actions in the way they play. Their left hand is on that wheel most of the time. Only when they're really pushed do they take that left hand off. Gives them stability when they're taking the shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah, nice.
Kajiwara. One of a few rallies in this so far 22-point game that's been less than 15 shots, I think.
Wow.
But a really nice shot there from Daiki Kajiwara. Another error from Yoo So-young, and
that's the difference. You don't see many from Daiki, but Yoo So-young's he's hit a few unforced errors, and that's where I think the difference is going to be today. Why do they do it? Do it to me all the time. Hey.
We must be two of the most unluckiest people.
Oh, what a pair of Jonas.
Speaking on para badminton. good shot, good angle from, and that's the shot he's been making those errors on, is that really angled just over the net, just on the line, and when it comes off, it's really good.
Oh, wow.
Shot.
Holds his racket up there, fantastic. Really long, waits, and bang, straight down, slices it right into the corner. That's wide. Two mistakes, two unforced errors from Kajiwara. And there's me telling him he doesn't make mistakes.
How quick he recovers from that forehand. Yeah, good play by Yousoo Young.
Yeah.
Couple of shorter rallies and in the last few points and a couple of mistakes. He needed a long rally and he needed a win from a long rally, and he played that perfectly. Too tight again.
Yeah.
Yeah, good defence.
Yeah, good. Within two now.
Oh no, he's overhit it. He's again just that little bit of lack of experience of
just trying to be too tight. From where he was on the court, he just needed to put it anywhere near the trams. He didn't have to be too far. Daiki was out of position. Pushed it out again.
He needs to be patient. He needs to be just a little bit more patient and be in the correct position. He's just trying for these lines too much. Had it long. Yousoo Young needed a break, and those couple of points just won by Daiki Kajiwara to put him within 3 points. Short.
Just short. Oh. Good patience. That's better from Yousoo Young.
Yeah, he's just taking his time and keep punching the shuttle into those two rear corners. Another point there for Daiki Kajiwara, taking him within 2 points of this opening game, but Yu Soo-young very close behind. It's only 3 points. He's left it. And that leave gives Daiki Kajiwara 4 game points at 20-16. He's ready to serve, but Yu Soo-young just wanting to slow him down just a little bit.
To be fair, I'd need a rest.
Yeah.
Plays that looping drop quite a lot, doesn't he? Kajiwara.
Oh, he's hitting the net, and Kajiwara has taken the first game 21-16, but what an opening game.
That's impressive. Their chair speed and the racket skills, everything, they're so precise. And the speed that they're moving their chairs at the time, it's fantastic.
The difference being, Yu Soo-young has played a few more unforced errors, especially just trying to go too tight.
He is, yeah. I reckon he's probably given Daiki 7 points.
Yep.
And but if he stops them, he could be in front. But he's still got to get those. He's still got to get points because Daiki doesn't give too many away. You have to earn them. And he's earned his points with some good drops when he's built the rally up, taken his time, been patient, and found the space, and been able to execute it at the right point, at the right time of the game.
Yeah, it just goes to show that experience and consistency from Daiki Kajiwara really in his favour in this game. But I think this will be a final that we'll see a lot over the coming years.
Oh, definitely.
And what we like to see is this is the start of Yu Soo-young's final appearance journey, and one of those times it's going to switch, and he's going to have that consistency to beat Kajiwara, and we can't put this as this might be the game. We can't put him out of this game at all. He's very much in it. He just needs to be patient.
They're very similar age. I think they're both 21, possibly 22. But Kajiwara's just got that bit more of an adult brain on him. He's just a bit more patient, and he's played in a lot more finals. But he's just got that bit more of a sensible head on him. He takes his time, doesn't rush things, and thinks, well, I don't have to win the game. I just don't have to lose it.
Yep.
I'll let him make the mistakes and give me the points. And that's what he done. That was evident in that game.
Both players very, very similar in terms of technique, size, ability to move, the speed. There's not much in them at all in terms of difference.
Absolutely. They're both amputees, both same age, similar height, similar build, similar style.
Yeah. Could be twins.
Yeah, I don't think they'd agree with that. one from Japan, one from Korea. I couldn't imagine Kajiwara with an Alice band anyway.
No, no.
Is that what it's called?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
It's only because I watch so much football and some of these girly footballers wear them. I'm talking about the men, not the ladies.
Another overhead mistake again, trying to be too tight on that drop shot from Yu Soo Young.
Kind of a bit flatter now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, just...
It's in the centre of the court. There's no excuse for that. He's got the time. Just trying to be too tight. Just tensing up a little bit. Good defence from Kajiwara.
Great defence.
Looks like he's just putting the pressure on and speeding this this game up, Kajiwara.
Yeah, good shot.
His chair seems to be moving quick. He's meaning business this second game.
A lot faster rallies. This, flatter clears, smashes, slices.
Yeah, he wants
he's
to take
trying
it.
To speed it up.
Take it early. Well watched, well watched. Couldn't really see the line properly because it was over his right shoulder, but because of his speed, he was able to just keep an eye on that shuttle. Oh.
Two shots wide.
Two simple errors from Kajiwara.
Takes him within 1 point.
That's good judgment, that is. Awareness of where he is on the court. Again, just trying to be a bit too tight. Yu Soo Young trying to slow the rallies down a little bit and play a bit higher clears and trying to move the shuttle more. And Kajiwara at the start of this game playing a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, he's flatter, hitting a few more flat clears, smashes. Attacking the net, getting to the net as quick as he can.
Just out.
Short. I thought this might happen. I thought he might speed it up, and he has, and it's very effective.
Oh, defence.
Wow.
What an awkward angle to defend from as well, and
just like underneath his right elbow. It's such a difficult place to defend from.
good pickup. Yeah.
Well done.
Good recovery there from you, So Young, but just not enough to get enough height and length on that last clear. And Kajiwara could have went for the smash, but thought, no, I'm just going to play it soft. He's not. He's
Didn't need
to.
So Young was so far back in the court where he was trying to recover.
Oh, great lift. Great lift. So
really
early on
picked
that
up
net.
the pace, hasn't he? Really picked up the pace. Wow. He just kind of just gone up another couple of gears.
Yeah, he's 6 points up in this second game, and you know exactly as you thought he would come out, just firing, playing much flatter. And So Young is trying to slow him down a bit, playing a bit higher in his clears and lifts, but he's just, Kajiwara's coming back at him with a punch clear and fast cuts, the occasional smash, and So Young just doesn't have an answer for it yet.
No, Kajiwara's he's playing into the wind, so he can hit that shuttle a bit harder, a bit flatter, and it puts So Young under tremendous pressure. And what with that, he's just speeding up the game. It's making it so hard for him, and he's trying to get in early, put him under pressure, come into the net. Quick drops, slow looping drops. So when he puts that slow looping drop in, he has to come right to the very front, and really has to make him work. Then he punch one over his head, and it puts a lot of pressure on your body, and it tires you out. And like we said earlier, So Young's had a more difficult run, and Daikie's just upped the pace, well, quite considerably, and he's got a 6-point lead. Just out.
Just going for that middle line, but don't want to be making mistakes off serve at this point.
Wow, great recovery. Oh, just a bit out. Fortunate for So Young there.
Just caught the tape on a forehand slice,
and that's what it is. It's got to be inch perfect, and it almost was. I think apart from the Chinese, we've got every other wheelchair player here watching this game.
Yep.
Picking up things, knowledge, how the game is played at the very highest level.
I mean, if you're an aspiring wheelchair 2 athlete and you want to be getting to these finals, or even current players, they should be watching these types of games on loops and trying to emulate the style of movement that these players can do, and taking as much out of these opportunities to watch this style of play and this level of play.
Yeah, you can either want to better yourself or choose another sport.
Yeah.
When you look at this, you know you've got to put in so much work. So much work. Over years.
Wide. Good patience from Yu So Young in that rally, just trying to keep the shuttle moving.
Yeah, he knows himself. He shouldn't be making that kind of mistake. Good switch. Use of the backcourt.
Unfortunately, again, Yu So Young just with the mistake at the end, and he was in a good position there to do a few different things, and he's just went too tight.
I think that's fatigue.
Yeah.
He's constantly being badgered and prepped and pushed around. Dikey's up the pace, and it's hard. He's not getting the opportunity because he's under pressure so much. And when he is, he's got a little bit fatigued and a bit tired, and he hasn't got that quality he had.
8 points ahead for Daiki Kajiwara. And it's going to be a big mission for Yu So Young to come back at this, but he's going to try.
This just goes to show how good Kajiwara is, because he was quite conservative in the first game.
Yeah.
Very sensible. Just thought, I'm got the wind behind me. I don't want to push it out. So he went up. So Yu So Young was able to attack him, but he withheld that. Let Yu So Young make mistakes. He got some points, won the game, and he's come out in the second game and really put it on him.
Absolutely firing.
Really put it on him, and wow. And also, it does play. Daiki obviously hasn't got his doubles partner, so he's just played. Probably played 4, 5 games this week.
Yeah.
And for somebody he's probably been chomping at the bit to get on the court.
Yeah.
Being as young as he is and as fit as he is, probably he's got so much more energy. So he could take it easy the first game, and the second game he's come out firing. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
He just at the net so early and just holds and flexes, just giving him 10 match points.
No. That's it.
He's done it.
Wow.
Kajiwara, world champion, 21-16, 21-10 in a 40-minute match against Yu Su-young. And, I mean, that gave us everything we wanted, right?
Oh, absolutely. What a performance from both guys. Yu So-young had put his part into that game. But the dominance, the power, the speed of Kajiwara in that second game, that was mightily impressive. So good, so strong, so accurate, so precise, speed, intelligence. Very, very good. Very good.
Another
Wow.
world title, and also another win, undefeated, like we said, since before the Paralympics. But what an opponent in Yu So-young, and he's gonna be starting to take him to 3, and eventually he's gonna start beating him. He's both young players, both fit, both really talented, and that experience from Daiki Kajiwara maybe just playing a part in that game there, and the smart head that he has on him.
But his experience, but they're both the same age and they've both been playing, but because he's obviously been in the top level, he's been in so many finals, he's won the Paralympics, double world champion. He's so clued up, but he's got the talent. He's got so much talent, but he knows how to use it.
Yeah.
He really knows how to use it, and he keeps calm all throughout. His ability is amazing, and his head. I'm trying to find a weakness somewhere, but I really can't. It's just so impressive. Yeah, well done, Daiki Kajiwara. Absolutely brilliant. Deserved it. So good to watch. It's an honour to watch him. And I'm so glad I got the final I wanted to see, because I wanted to see the two young guys battle it out rather than Daiki and possibly JJ or Dan Chan, because they're a bit older.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the youngsters, because that's what it's going to take now. All these youngsters getting in and making the game better and stronger. And what a performance, what a game.
Yeah, fabulous game from both players there, and well done to Daiki Kajiwara, taking another World Championship medal, gold medal. And coming on to Court 1 in just a little moment, we have the last of our finals for the wheelchair games at the Badminton World Championships. Another China versus China clash, with Kuzumo and Liu Yutong going for their treble medals, both of them looking for that gold medal to make the trebles, and they'll be playing against teammates Yang Tong and Li Hongyang, also from China, and they'll be coming on court in just a moment. And we're back on court for the last of the finals here in Thailand for the Badminton World Championships on wheelchair court number 1. One last clash of China versus China. We have a mixed doubles wheelchair 1 and 2, with both female players on this court being wheelchair 2 athletes and both males being wheelchair 1. Wheelchair 1 being the more impaired of the two classes, with minimal function in the trunk and impairment to both legs, and wheelchair 2 having minimal impairment to the trunk, giving them more range of movement on court. So we have on court with us Kuzumo and Liu Yutong going for their third gold medals having both won singles in their respective events and doubles against Yang Tong and Li Hongyang, their teammates from China. And what are we going to expect, do you think, from this match, Martin?
Chinese win. Chinese win.
Chinese win.
Yeah. Well, it can only go one way. Qiu Zhimao and Li Yotong, they've been fantastic all week. So dominant, so strong, so quick. I cannot see it going any other way. Hoping the other pair can make a game of it. Obviously, they know how they play. They train with them every day. So I'm hoping for a good game, but I have a feeling it's going to be straightforward for Qiu Zhimao and Li Yongtong.
Yeah, and looking back, we had a quick look at their previous meetings, and you know, from 2019, this is or 2022 actually, first time meeting each other. Second time in the final, but each game going in the way of Qiu Zhimao and Liu Yutong, with the scores not being particularly close, 21-17 being the highest that their training partners and teammates have been able to get to them back in 2019. But the class of Qiu Zhimao and Liu Yutong, I completely agree. They're another level above everyone else in the competition, and have proved that so far today. Yeah,
it's going to be tough. It can only go one way. I'm sure. It's just how much the other pair can put a fight up for it, really.
Qiu Zhimao having probably the hardest day today out of the finals, but again, just does not look tired, does not look fatigued, having had an amazing three-setter earlier on today and in his men's singles final, but that's not going to affect him in this game.
I don't think so. And Liu Yutong's, I know she's played 2 other matches, but she looks absolutely fresh. She didn't exert herself too much. She's that comfortable and that good. I think she can, I don't think she's going to worry about this. She'll probably just laugh her way through like she has done.
Yeah. Starting the game, Qiu Zhimao and Yang Tong looking to battle each other on the cross court.
Yeah.
The girls not having to do too much. And Yang Tong coming out on top of that battle in this first point.
Got a training session feel to it.
Good block by Qiu Zhimao, and the start of this game is just very much being the wheelchair one men battling it out for who can last the longest in the rallies.
I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. Why the men would battle it out between one another.
I have no answer to that. Not a lot of difference in play in these first 4 points. Li having hit no shots as yet, with Liu hitting now 3 serves and 1 clear.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but clearly the weakest player on the court, and the only time she's hit the shuttle is when they serve to her. I'm a bit bemused, to be fair. I'm not sure what's... speechless. There you go, linear return. Might as well just keep it on half and let the boys have a hit, and they.
Yeah.
Always give it a shot.
One shot for
shot.
Lee in this game so far.
Yep.
8 points in.
Out, just short.
Such a difference, having just watched the men's singles wheelchair 2 final and coming onto this game where, you know, it's China versus China, and we have a dominant pair, but it's just not too much to say about it, to be honest.
Well,
Good return from Lee there, off the serve from Liu. Like we've not seen her hit too much in this game, and a nice return of serve there from Liu.
well, we've not seen the ladies hit the shuttle hardly. It's just the men hitting to one another, playing cross court.
Kuzumo and Liu Yutong, like we said, going for their third gold medals, and neither of them seeming particularly phased by this game.
I'm not quite sure what the game they're playing, to be fair. Now, will the girls just hit it to one another? No, they're just... Back to the boys. Not quite sure what their coaches asked them to do or play. Maybe Lee's injured, I'm not sure, I don't know, but she looks desperate to get in the game. Well, not that desperate.
11-8. And the first game to Kuzumo and
First
Liu.
half.
Sorry, first half of the first game. Apologies. And yeah, there's not much to say, really.
Not really. We've watched some fantastic games with doubles games this week, where all 4 players have been involved, but they're clearly not allowing that to happen in this game, which is a bit disappointing because it's a world final.
Yeah, and like you say, these two pairs will train together often, and and have met each other 3 times in the past, but
That was a terrible serve.
I feel the harder games for Kuzumo are over now. The concentration from him on those serves are just not there. Just doesn't have the same.
But he's still having to work harder because he's playing against Yang Tong. All of the shots he hits goes back to Yang Tong unless he has to serve. And even Liu's hitting. There you go.
Third shot maybe from Lee. You really don't see this at all in mixed doubles, where especially if you have a one male, there's never this type of battle. I've never seen this game before.
No, never.
When you've got Lee on court, who, yes, wheelchair 2 female, and physically wise has more ability and more range than our partner Yang Tong. She's still probably she's still the weaker out of the two of them, and they're just not.
She is the weaker, without doubt, but they're just not hitting to her at all. But neither Liu Yang Tong or Kuzumo are hitting to her. And Yang Tong's just keep hitting it back to Kuzumo. He's not switching the play.
Yang Tong having played significantly less than the 3 other players on court, all of whom have played at least 2 finals today. Maybe that they're just trying to give him more of an opportunity to play.
It's the end of a competition. They've probably been training all week and playing, and it doesn't make sense to me. But it's obviously been agreed. Just kind of taking the shine off a really good morning.
What a good morning it has been, with 5 really good fought finals in the wheelchair classes across wheelchair 1 and wheelchair 2 singles, doubles matches today. That last one's got to be a highlight, right?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's that's wheelchair badminton at the highest level. We
can't discount the three-setter we saw from Choi Jung-man and Kyuzumo in the second match of today, which an unexpected three-setter, but a thriller of a three-setter.
Yeah, great game that was. Choi worked so hard. He'd been playing well all week, to be fair, and for him to take a set off and go a game off and go take it to 3 was fantastic.
A couple more kind of one-sided matches. Obviously, the women's singles wheelchair 2, but again a good fight from the Peruvian Pilar Juriju, who put up a good fight against Liu Yongtong, who's just a class above in her class in wheelchair 2. She's best 2 in the world, and still the number 1 is so far ahead.
Yeah, it's, there you go. There's the first game, as expected. Took it a little bit longer than I expected, but that's purely the way they've decided to play.
So as we were saying, a couple of good games today, and definitely ones I will be going back to watch and to pick up just the style of play and watching the kind of highest level that we have here in para badminton across both classes. I mean, we've been here since Friday. We've had the privilege of watching quarterfinals, semi-finals, the highest round of 16 even, and we've seen some quality badminton. And reflecting on that, how do you feel about the game, the wheelchair game now in para badminton? How has it grown?
It's fantastic. My only bear bug, I would just wish there were more more European players that could start getting into quarterfinals, semi-finals, and possibly finals in all disciplines, males, females, and mixed and things like that. But the standards just keeps getting better and better. From when I was playing to now, it's just going to keep getting better, and which is good. And it's in great shape at the moment. And obviously the way the tournament structure is throughout the year, it's just going to get better, which is fantastic.
And looking ahead to the second outing in the Paralympics in Paris later this year, and I think one of the key things from it being in Tokyo is the exposure it got to a wider audience, a global audience, and how do you think that will grow from that extra exposure, especially when we talk about Europeans? With it being in Paris, we're not going to have that dramatic time difference in terms of watching it on TV and live. Yeah,
well, it was fantastic being like in the home of, like, in Asia, like for the first time for the Paralympics badminton, because obviously it's the national sport, but it has to go to a broader market now, and so everybody can see just how good and dynamic badminton is. But para badminton, whether it's a wheelchair, amputees, lower limbs, upper limbs, so everyone can have a look. A friend of mine brought his partner over for the first time this week, and she's never been into para badminton or badminton, and she's just found it absolutely captivating to see people with their disabilities playing sport at such a high level, and it's inspiring, and it's nice, and hopefully we can kind of broaden that to every continent.
Yeah, and I think the next step for para badminton is we've got that exposure. We've been at the Tokyo Paralympics, we'll be at the Paris Paralympics, and having that wider exposure not only is going to get new audiences in to watch the game, it's going to get new players, 5 new countries here involved, all 5 continents represented at the Para Badminton World Championships, but also when we look to continue to professionalise the sport, looking for more corporate sponsors, players getting more opportunities, more funding, and more, a wider reach is only going to inspire more people to play and push themselves to that top level.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes time. It's taken a long time for badminton get into the Paralympics and get to this level, but it's in a good place at the moment, and you can only see it. What with the people that are behind it and the people that push in all the time, it's just going to get better.
Yeah.
Is this game got any better?
I've been having a lovely conversation
Excellent.
with you, Martin, and
Excellent.
about the progressions of para badminton. And we talked a little about the professionalism, and again, for those that have been watching today at the finals, you've been able to see even, you know, the entries for the players are so much grander. They've got a huge screen with the players' faces and the match-up. And, you know, we were chatting before the finals today, and both of us, yourself as a player and myself as a coach, were at the 2013 Dortmund Games. Was my first experience, and the difference, absolutely no disrespect to para badminton where it was 10 years ago, but the difference in the level of professionalism and the even the look of the game and how the arenas are set up is just, you know, second to none now.
Absolutely, but you could probably count it on one hand how many professional badminton player there was in that
Yep.
games, in that World Games back in Dortmund. There was very few. Most of them would probably been Koreans, if at all.
Yeah.
But now there's so many countries that are full-time professionals,
Yep.
most of them, and it's just raised the standard and the professionalism. People properly look after themselves and take care, and it's a good life. It's a really, really good life.
And it's all those, you know, there's all those added extras of, you can have a coach to teach you badminton. You know, there's a lot you can train. You know, if you have someone that can feed you, you know, but having those extra elements of like physiotherapists at your doorstep, strength and conditioning coaches that understand your disability, that understand, you know, the range that you can, you know, how far you can push your body as well, and the science that went into it is again kind
sports psychology and
Yep.
everything. It's it's a whole new world from when I first started, and we was self-funded athletes, I would say, and going around the world just paying everything out of our own pocket, and then obviously putting that work in and getting good results, then having the opportunity to play for your country, then getting put on a program. It's just another world. But it's a fantastic world, and I kind of wish I was. I do wish I was 20, probably 30 years younger, because then I'd probably be on court now. So, but for youngsters now to get into disability sport, there are so many avenues for you to go down and prospects and a great life, and it's really good, and it's hopefully, I think, for me, I think the exposure para sport got in the 2012 Olympics in London really opened the world, the eyes world, and since then I think it's really kicked on, and I think it will carry on to kick on. I think the Paralympics is watched so much more than it used to be, because you think it started off really slow, really poor, and hardly any TV coverage. Now there's got a lot of exposure. Yeah,
and even, I mean, we're sitting at 11-4 here in this mixed doubles final, but we're live streaming this. You know, we're very privileged to be sitting commentating on the matches since Friday, and even having the opportunity to watch para badminton at most competitions, most level ones now will have at least the main two courts, the main wheelchair and the main standing court streaming. Not all will have, you know, the professional opinions of two long-term involvers in the game, but it's just so accessible now for people to watch, not just on television from Paralympics, but YouTube and, you know, BWF TV and local streaming services. I know all 10 courts have been streamed this week, and for the athletes to have the opportunity to go back and watch their games as well. Not all athletes will have a camera that they can record, and it comes from a good angle, from a higher angle. So the exposure and the streaming element of it is also enhanced.
That's really good. That just goes to show how much of a level like badminton has jumped up now, with the exposure and obviously the live streaming. It's obviously when I retired, I still wanted to see how my teammates were getting on, and I'd be getting up at silly o'clock in the morning to watch games, and it's so nice to be able to do that. So, because before we'd have to wait for a text, or you had to text somebody, and then you'd kind of feed results out here and there. But now it's nice. We're very privileged to have the live stream and even commentate on the live stream. So it's nice, and for people that are at home, families, they can sit at home and watch. It's really nice, and I know for a fact there are plenty of people that do so.
Yeah, definitely. And having the Paralympic Games in Paris in August, September, with only that 1 hour time difference for me and for you also, if hopefully we can get across to watch some of the games, but it's going to make a big difference to getting up at 3 a.m. to watch Dan Bethel in the final of the the men's singles.
It's all good because it's time when you are in different countries and different continents, and the time difference is so vast. You think, oh, okay, I'll get up and watch somebody, but they're not on because the games are a little bit delayed, and you could be up for hours before the games actually that you want to watch is on, and it's a bit tedious, a bit tiring, but you do it because just purely for the love of the sport.
Yeah, it'll definitely be nice for that. Only that 1 hour time difference in Paris, and we'll come back into this game at 15-8 to Kuzimo and Liu Yutong.
Yang Tong still playing together, opposite one another.
I know we've been a little bit critical of this mix, but what we've seen quite nicely over the doubles games, and both in women's and mixed doubles, is that use of that soft return of serve to the tee. Very effective return of serve.
Yeah, they're great players. They've got every kind of shot in the book, and they know every kind of trick, and the ways to make easy points and accumulate easy points. A great ability to use every inch of the court. But I can't lie, I'm a little bit disappointed that the men are just playing on their own. I would like to have seen everybody get involved and a bit more movement on the court. That's what doubles is about. And this is a World Championship final, and they've decided just to hit to the men, and I'm disappointed. But they're closing in quite quickly.
Yeah, 19-11.
As you can see, the two on the screen at the moment, they will be crowned triple world champions. And congratulations, they've earned it. They've been superb throughout the whole week. Their level of skill and abilities supersedes everyone in their category. And there we are. Match point for Kuzimo and Liu Yutong. That's out. There you go. Congratulations to the Japanese pair of Liu Yutong and Kuzimo, triple world champions. Impressive. Great week for them.
Yeah, very impressive. Both athletes will have probably played the most games in the whole competition out of anyone.
Without
both
doubt.
getting to 3 finals and both winning gold medals. But that is it from us on the wheelchair court. The finals of the Para Badminton World Championships wheelchair is now complete, with China dominating, Kuzimo and Liu Yutong taking triple gold medals. But we've had some absolutely fabulous games this weekend, and some great finals today. And like you said, Martin, let's hope in a few years' time we've got more variation in these finals. But I mean, China are very much a dominant force in the wheelchair game at the moment.
So dominant, and it's nice because the standard of badminton is just going through the roof. It's fantastic, but I'd like to see more of an even playing field, so there's more countries involved and more people, more countries and more people from different continents involved in the higher level of badminton, getting to quarterfinals, semi-finals and possibly finals. It's going to take a long time, but let's hope it happens sooner rather than later.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. I have had
Join badminton superheroes on the road to Paris 2024. Each month, a new challenge will reveal speed, precision, power, and more. BWF presents Super Smash Squad. Join Badminton Superheroes on the road to Paris 2024. Each month, a new challenge will reveal sporting superpowers, speed, precision, power, and more. Discover their pride, their backstories, and their true identities. BWF presents Super Smash Squad. Join Badminton Superheroes on the road to Paris 2024.